be seated. Melinda and Courtney would like to welcome you all to their wedding. They have requested that this be an unplugged ceremony. Their photographers, Chris and Jess, will be here to capture all of the ceremony, and they will share the photos with you in the weeks to come. They do invite you now to take 1 minute to take a selfie of you or your group. Then text the happy couple with a sweet message, advice for the years to come, or something fun. That way, when they finally look at their phones tomorrow, they will get all of the messages to be reminded of how much they are loved. Thank you for your cooperation.
They're selfied out.
Yeah.
Welcome to the wedding of Melinda and Courtney. We are here today to celebrate the enduring love of these two women. You have come here from near and from far away to share in this commitment that they now make to one another, to offer your love and support to their union, and to allow Melinda and Courtney to start their married life together, surrounded by the people dearest and most important to them. Today represents not only the joining of Melinda and Courtney, but also the joining of their families and friends. Melinda and Courtney would like to recognize their families on this occasion. They offer their profound gratitude for all the love and care they've shown in raising them. The unconditional gifts of love and support that you have continually offered have inspired them to become who they are today. Without you, this day would not be possible. They have also asked that we take a moment to honor those loved ones who are not with us today. Courtney's grandmother and grandfather, Rose and Paul Ross. Courtney's grandfather, Stephen Walker. Courtney's aunt, Deborah Ross Martin. Courtney's uncles, David Ross and Denny Ross. Melinda's grandmother, Sharon Johnson. Melinda's grandfather, William Johnson. Melinda's grandmother and grandfather, Pauline and Leonard Alexander. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. From that moment of yes to this moment of I do. Indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations were held riding in a car or over a meal or lying in bed. All those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included somehow, and maybe. All those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All those common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another, acquaintance, friend, and companion. Now you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. Marriage is a commitment to life, to the best that two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other human relationship can equal, a joining that is promised for a lifetime. Within the circle of its love, marriage encompasses all of life's most important relationships. The two people in a marriage are each other's best friend, confidant, companion, listener, and cheerleader. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. Happiness is fuller, memories are fresher, commitment is stronger, and even anger is felt more strongly, but passes away more quickly. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes that life is unable to avoid. It encourages and nurtures new life, new experiences, and new ways of expressing love through the seasons of life. When two people pledge to love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique to themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written words. Marriage is a promise, a potential, made in the hearts of two people who love, which takes a lifetime to fulfill. You have chosen to write your own vows, and it is with these words you express your binding promises to love, honor, and cherish one another. If you are ready to make these promises to each other, I invite you now to face each other and declare your intentions.
Hi, honey. Hi. Who knew that 4 years ago, a message that I would send would change the rest of our lives? Even though it took you 2 months to respond to me, from that first message back, we've been inseparable. I can remember driving to our first date thinking that I was going to be catfished by someone because you would not video chat with me or send me any pictures. But then I saw you and I knew. You always joke about how I drew the picture of us on the bottom of our candle for our first date, and that I've loved you since then. Even though that I may have denied it, you were right. I'm like, sorry. We spent that day doing so many things and not wanting it to end. It started out as a couple hours, and then went to 4, and then 8, and before we knew it, it was like 2 a.m. We were just sitting in the car talking. When you walked away, I pictured a life together that would be extended forever. A life of love, support, hopes, dreams, and a marriage to last a lifetime. Oh my God, this is so terrible. Life will never be perfect, but we've already made it through so much, more than probably our fair share. And then 2020 came, and everyone's lives changed forever. We were forced to spend so much time together and learn about each other in new and challenging ways. But for me, that solidified everything that I needed to know for my future. God, my hands won't stop shaking, I'm sorry. The way you supported me when I needed you most. How you held my hand and reassured me that it would all be okay when it was the darkest times of my life. I could not have made it through without you. So for the rest of our lives, I want to be that person for you. You can lean on me in the hard times and expect that I'll be there no matter what. I'll also continue to always dance in the aisles of Target, even though you hate it. I'll never stop working to be the best wife, partner, and friend for you. I'm yours with every fiber of my being, and will love you until my heart stops beating. You're my soulmate, forever and a day. I love you.
Okay. 1,372 days. From the very first day I saw your picture to today, all those days ago, I never knew how my life would change the way it did. Day 1, we're not gonna go through every day, I promise. I promise. It's a lot of days. We don't have that much time. Day 1, my day 1 may look a little differently than Mel's. For those that don't know, we met online, and Mel was already head over heels when she swiped right. Months before I confirmed the match. But it's that day, Friday, April 13th, 2018, that had changed the course of my life. That began our journey to this moment here today. Day 42, we had our official first date. By now, we had been speaking all day, every day. We planned to meet at the Candle Lab, and of course, I arrived first and early. Mel arrived late. I actually thought I was being stood up until finally you made your way inside. You took my breath away, and I couldn't believe you were everything I was hoping and dreaming for. On day 57, I got enough courage to ask you to be my girlfriend. I was so scared and sick to my stomach, and I replay that day over and over again like it was yesterday. On day 114, it will be a day I will never forget. It's the day that I told you that I loved you, and I probably knew way before that day. But I was finally ready to open my heart and let you love me too. Since all of those days, we've grown and evolved into the people standing here today. We've had a few memorable days, getting a puppy, meeting each other's families, getting another dog, buying our first home, traveling with each other, each of our proposals, 2 more dogs. We are crazy for all these dogs, but I could never imagine doing our life with anyone else but you. Mel, you have had my heart for 1,372 days. I can't thank you enough for believing in our relationship so much by uprooting from Kentucky and moving to Columbus so we could finally begin our forever. I promise to love and care for you, and I will try in every way to be worthy of your love. I will always be honest with you, kind, patient, and forgiving. I promise to give you forehead kisses when you don't feel well, to hold you when I know you've had a bad day, to rub your head for you to get a little more rest, and every day I will remind you that I choose you, today and every day moving forward. I never quite knew I was missing something before I met you, but you somehow managed to fill this void or missing piece within myself. You are my home, my favorite girl, as you'd put it, right behind Scarlett. Yep. My best friend and the love of my life. You've taught me a lot in these almost 4 years about love, laughter, happiness, and patience. Definitely patience. I have loved you for 1,372 days, and I will love you for every single day moving forward, forever and a day, B. And I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.
May we please have the rings? Melinda, please say these words as you place the ring on Courtney's finger. Courtney, I accept you.
Courtney, I accept you.
Just as you are today.
Just as you are today.
I give to you my promise.
I give to you my promise.
That from this day forward.
That from this day forward.
You will not walk alone.
You will not walk alone.
We will walk forever side by side.
We will walk forever side by side.
Rich in laughter.
Rich in laughter.
And close in friendship.
And close in friendship.
Feel deeply loved for you are.
Feel deeply loved for who you are.
With this ring.
With this ring.
I give you my heart.
I give you my heart.
I have no greater gift to give.
I have no greater gift to give.
I promise to dream with you.
I promise to dream with you.
And to work.
And to work.
To make our dreams come true.
To make our dreams come true.
I promise to be faithful to you.
I promise to be faithful to you.
And never to allow anything.
And never to allow anything.
To build a wall between us.
To build a wall between us.
I feel so honored to call you mine.
I feel so honored to call you mine.
With this ring.
With this ring.
A symbol of my love for you.
A symbol of my love for you.
I ask you, will you be my wife?
I ask you, will you be my wife? I do.
Courtney, please say these words as you place the ring on Melinda's finger. Melinda, I accept you,
Melinda, I accept you,
just as you are today.
just as you are today.
I give to you my promise
I give to you my promise
that from this day forward,
from this day forward,
you will not walk alone.
you will not walk alone.
We will walk forever side by side,
We will walk forever side by side,
rich in laughter
rich in laughter
and close in friendship.
and close in friendship.
Feel deeply loved, for you are.
Feel deeply loved, for you are.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I give you my heart.
I give you my heart.
I have no greater gift to give.
I have no greater gift to give.
I promise to dream with you
I promise to dream with you
and to work
and to work
to make our dreams come true.
to make our dreams come true.
I promise to be faithful to you
I promise to be faithful to you
and never to allow anything
and never allow anything
to build a wall between us.
to build a wall between us.
I feel so honored to call you mine.
I feel so honored to call you mine.
With this ring,
With this ring,
a symbol of my love for you,
a symbol of my love for you,
I ask you, will you be my wife?
I ask you, will you be my wife?
I do.
Melinda and Courtney, having witnessed your vows for marriage with all who are assembled here, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio, I announce with great joy that you are now wife and wife. You may seal your vows with a kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you for the first time as a married couple, Mrs. and Mrs. Ross.